Welcome back to another episode of Wrestling Around, where this week we are covering the latest PLE from WWE Elimination Chamber 2024 from Perth, Australia. So joining me is the world famous, I
It's been
forgot
a
his,
while.
yeah, I forgot
We'll
his
cover a
bloody,
new one. I think it was world renowned.
world-renowned, ever-present Lew
Uh,
Markham. G'day.
yeah,
Anyway, g'day.
wonderful. Because that's
Wonderful.
what Sam Driver of Cultaholic referred to me as one time.
G'day.
I was gonna use that. I was gonna go. Let's add Bonza to the list. Chris, we're in Australia.
G'day,
Yeah,
we are. We've thrown a lot of shrimps on the Elimination Chamber barbie.
can't be.
Uh,
Crikey, no. I don't think I can do an Australian accent. Shine warm. No, I can't do
set
one.
of, set of bloody wallabies.
Yeah,
Grayson bloody Waller. Right. Oh,
yeah,
we'll get to him anyway. So we are down under, if you've not heard, by Lou's atrocious attempt at an Australian accent and
yeah.
my also atrocious attempt at an
Yeah.
Australian
I've got
accent.
family who live in Perth, actually. I don't think they were there, though. I feel like I would
Skippy.
have heard. But,
Do they like the grabs?
no, I don't believe so.
Uh,
They were at Taylor Swift, actually, the same night.
hmm. Surprised the
Um,
WE cameras weren't panned on air like they were in the NFL.
yeah.
So it was in the Perth Stadium, which is a boring name for a stadium. 52,590 people were there.
hmm
He hasn't prepared, has he?
I've not prepared at all. Oh, shit, I've not done the food thing for ages, have I?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, bloody hell, let's get right. They've got shrimp on the barbie.
Um,
Kangaroo.
kangaroo, grub.
Do you know what? I forgot we even did this segment. That's how unprepared I am. Oh, it's sponsored name is Optus Stadium. I don't know if
It's been
that
a
sounds
while,
better.
hasn't it, since we've done an actual show? Because at the WSX Arena, I'm guessing they're just eating nothing.
Yeah, I forgot to do it for the Royal Rumble as well.
Ah, well,
Hell.
it's fine. It's fine.
Um,
I'll come up with some stats for you, or you find it's stabilized turf. It
yeah.
cost 820.7 million Australian dollars. The record attendance is 73,092, held by the ginger prick himself, Ed Sheeran. Um, the owner is the government of Western Australia. The coordinates are 3157.4 by 115.53.21 east.
Oh, wow.
There you
Type
go.
that into Google.
And you'll find it.
Um, well,
It's
I
in,
can. There's a cafe,
okay, so we're having a coffee.
City View Cafe. It's open every day. You don't even need to.
Oh, it's like a little clubhouse.
Yeah, you don't even need to go. Well, I guess it is. It's a cricket stadium, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they were saying, Cole and Graves were saying that cricket's being played there and neither of them understand it, which made me laugh.
Yeah. And
They
what's the
played
other one? What's
Aussie
the rules?
Rules.
Yeah.
Aussie Rules has been played there, I think. Not that I know what
Right.
Aussie Rules is.
So it doesn't tell you what's served, but it tells you what's not served. And it's
Okay,
not
well,
just standard stadium fare. Oh no, you can get a lamb curry,
okay.
a Thai-inspired salad, a cheese plate.
So they don't serve a cheese plate.
No, I think they do serve these actually. Now I'm reading it, but it
Okay,
says not just your standard stadium fare. Um, or a classic Mrs. Max pie and sauce.
that sounds good.
Meat pie is like an Australian delicacy in it that I think
I've no idea, is
goes
it?
under the radar a bit. Yeah.
I I suppose everyone just associates them with a barbecue, don't they?
Um, ah, well, you can get a gluten-free chicken carbonara with bacon pizza
Well, I'm all over that.
or a gluten-free stadium burger. I'm on the gluten-free menu.
Bring it on.
Beef, bacon, and cheeseburger.
That
Whole
sounds
beef
good.
brisket nachos.
Ooh,
Vegetarian nachos.
ah,
Hot chips.
what are
That's,
hot chips? Just as we know them, chips.
I believe so. Yeah. They've
Okay.
weirdly they've got all the dietary specific menus, but not just the regular menus.
Maybe you just have to work it out from there.
Yeah. So gonna go halal, you can do. Good to see
There we go.
diversity. Yeah.
Up the diversity. We kick off then with a pre-show match of the Kabuki Warriors versus Candice and Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell of Melbourne, Australia. Um, the women's titles were on the line. I'll be honest, I forgot there was a pre-show match until we were doing this.
Yeah, I've not
What
seen it.
what I have seen is Candice LeRae's butterfly wings. That needs to stop.
Yeah, only a child would wear them.
Yes, or me at a New Year's Eve party
Yes, damn it,
as
that was
as
it.
it as the only person
The only
dressed up.
person dressed up at all,
Yeah,
from what I remember.
take some balls to do that actually.
Yeah, I don't
But
know
it's
why.
but it's
Was it
about
one
no.
one of the first times I met you? Possibly the first time. Second.
It'll be around that time, won't
Top
it?
10. First 10, I would say for
Yeah,
sure.
I would say first 10 as well.
Yeah.
To be fair though, well, you knew what you were getting into.
Early doors, yeah.
Yeah,
He didn't
yeah,
hide
yeah.
anything, actually, in fairness.
Early doors, so it's entirely your own fault at this point.
Yeah.
What,
Um,
13, 14 years later?
Bloody hell. Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah,
would have been.
yeah,
Shit.
Jesus.
Hmm.
That's made me feel very old.
Yeah.
So just to put that into context, 14 years ago, Indy Hartwell was, well, she's 27 now, so she was 15. No, she wasn't. She was
13.
13.
Jesus.
Christ.
Yeah. I've never
Um,
seen an Indy Hartwell match, I don't think.
she got injured, didn't she, before she left NXT?
Yeah.
Because she was a women's champ, wasn't she? For 31 days, and I think she sort of got injured just before she came up to the main roster. So she made her first appearance on Raw in May last year on the July 3rd episode. She made her in-ring debut team with Candice LeRae, and then it jumps directly to the Royal Rumble where she was eliminated by Bayley.
Yes. Oh, well, I've seen it. Yeah. I've obviously seen a match if you include the Royal Rumble.
And
But,
she's now going to be a playable character in WWE 2K24.
oh, congratulations, Indy Hartwell. Did you see, just, I'm sidebarring already.
No, you're right.
CM Punk is in the game,
DLC.
but as DLC. But the first round of
To be
DLC.
fair, that makes sense. He did come back when was it November? So they'll have had to
Yeah,
sort of rush that through very, very quickly,
yeah.
won't they?
So you can play as him from May 15th, which
Yeah.
is quite good because he's going to be back by that point.
How long was he
Um,
out for? Yeah, he'll be there or thereabouts, won't he?
yeah.
Yeah. Then we open the show with my second favorite match of the night,
What
the
happened in the match? Oh, the women's chamber.
women's
Yes.
elimination chamber. So we have Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Naomi, Raquel Rodriguez, who had a flare up of her the thing she's just been
Masked
masked. It's
activation.
yes,
I
it's
think I've said the right words in the wrong order. Activated mast cell activation. Well, yeah, it's
mast
horrible by the
cell
looks of things.
activation syndrome.
Yeah.
Yes. So she had a flare up of that. Tiffany Stratton, who I thought was very good, and Becky Lynch as well.
Hmm.
Tiffany Stratton, she goes out with Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah.
Marcel
Well done.
Bartel, he sucks.
Well done, Ludwig.
Maybe she sucks him. Um,
I thought Aaron was back on the show for a second there.
well, don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything that's uncouth. Apparently Charlotte Flair was her inspiration to get into the ring. But I thought she was Australian, but she's not. She's actually American. She's only 24.
Tiffany Strand, yeah.
Yeah.
She's well, she was over in Australia. You'd think she was Australian from the crowd reactions.
Because I think she's only just come up to the main roster as well, like this month as well. Tiffy time is well and truly over, but I thought she looked really good to be fair.
Yeah, I thought she was very good. I saw a lot of discourse about this is basically why WWE aren't signing any indie folk anymore because they don't
Because
need
the
to.
athlete, yeah, because the athlete. Although for every Indy Hartwell, you do have Gable Steveson,
Yeah.
and who was that other lad that got drafted to Raw and hasn't been seen since Odyssey Jones?
Oh yeah, what happened to him?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for every good you get, I would say two or three that never do anything.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's you still got to have a mix of both, I think.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is my second favorite match. I thought it was a really strong match, 32 minutes 15 seconds. With the winner Becky Lynch going to
Hmm.
WrestleMania to face the
Rhea
winner of the
Ripley.
main event, which
Well, technically we don't know at this point.
technically we don't know at this point, but we all kind of knew what was going to happen anyway, didn't we?
Yeah.
I thought the only thing I was sad about was Jade Cargill not being in it, which looked like it was promised.
Yeah, so I think the theory was they were gonna put her in. I don't know, like, oh shit, the nature of the Elimination Chamber means she's gonna have to get pinned immediately. So they took her
Mm.
back out.
I still think she'll have a match with Bianca Belair at Mania.
Do you think a match with her is in against her or with her is in her tag team
Go
partner?
against her.
Do you think?
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
I do. But
yeah.
yeah,
I'm
I
surprised she wasn't on Raw last night, actually, as we record this on a Tuesday. I don't think she
unless she
was.
turns up on. I've not seen anything. I've not really seen anything from Raw
Yeah, they
actually.
still seem to be doing the big stuff on SmackDown at the moment, actually.
I was going to say, I wonder if she.
Is Bianca on SmackDown? She is, isn't she?
Yes, I wonder
Yeah.
if they might start on SmackDown potentially. But 32 minutes 15 seconds didn't feel like a 32-minute 15-second match, I have to say.
No, I thought this was quite good actually. In fact, I thought the pay-per-view flew by because I'd seen a lot of criticism about the runtime.
The problem was, I think it was 55 minutes between the end of the Judgment Day match and the start of the men's chamber.
Yes.
Which I kind of get why people are annoyed at that. So I think it's more to do with that than the actual quality of the pay-per-view.
Yeah, because we had the segment in between, didn't we? It's that was
We'll,
the
we'll
Grayson Waller effect.
yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get
But
there.
yeah, to be fair, I did fast forward for a lot of video packages, so maybe that's why it
Yeah.
flew by.
Well, yeah. Did you feel Becky Lynch winning was the right thing?
It was. My only beef with it really was that they've been promoting Rhea versus Becky already. Like
Yeah,
at the WrestleMania press conference, they did it, and it's like if you're going to telegraph it that much, I would have liked to see a twist almost some ways, but
I think the problem
it's the
was
biggest match they could do on that side. So I'm happy with the match. I just think it's weird that they started promoting it and then had Becky qualify. Like Becky never looked in danger of not having the match,
no.
really.
And I guess the issue is what do they do with Ripley in her home country as well? That's the other
Yeah.
problem.
Hmm.
Um, but I think what they've done is probably the best thing, but it was a main event that I think we'll get there, but I think it was very predictable.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone looked particularly out of place in this match. Like I said, massively impressed by Tiffany Stratton. Becky Lynch is the winner.
Yeah. I thought it sped up and improved dramatically in the second half, I would say. I thought it was a bit slow this match to get out of the gates.
Yes, yeah,
And
yeah.
then second half, it was just probably when Tiffany came in fairness.
I think
Did
sometimes
some mad shit. She
that
was Tiffany did the swanton entry off the
yeah,
pod.
yeah, off
Yeah.
the top of the pod, yeah.
Yeah.
I often think that these matches maybe need two or three extra people in just to get going.
Yeah.
Um, After that, we then move to the Judgment Day, which is Finn Balor and Damian Priest with Dirty Dom Mysterio, who was booed massively. So
Yes.
much so that he actually cut to black at one point.
Did I see that on the live feed? They had to cut black to black because
Yes,
he
I
was
think
getting
it was.
flipped off.
Yes, I believe so. Against New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, and New Catch Republic is a terrible name.
Yeah, what's it mean?
I don't know. It sounds like a shit clothing brand.
Yeah. I'm sure even Corey Graves said something like that. Did he not say like sounds like my wife got a pack from there or
Oh,
something?
did he? Did he actually?
I'm
Right.
sure he said something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't. I just don't get it. Like, why not just call them?
Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Yeah, strong style.
Yeah. British Strong Style, that was the
Pretty
name
strong
before, wasn't
style. Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I mean, apparently at one point they were house strong style, but I guess that was on when they were in progress or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, just go back to British strong style. New Catch Republic, I don't think is needed personally.
No,
And
I was
Tyler,
trying to think if it's got some like historical significance.
I mean, I'm glad they're back together.
Yeah.
I think Pete Dunne is better as Pete Dunne than he was Butch because he was
Yeah.
putting that stereotypical English gimmick.
And also with a name like Butch, you're not going to go far away. Can you imagine like a
No,
United States champion Butch,
yeah.
headliner WrestleMania Butch?
I think as well, a lot more people know Pete Dunne outside that don't watch WWE every week than they will know him as Butch.
Yeah. I mean, Pete Dunne sounds like your dad's mate from down the pub, but
He does, but
it's a normal name in it.
it's kind of the gimmick though as well, isn't it? I think that
Yeah,
he's just an English guy, and he
yeah.
just
But
who's very,
it's a
very
normal name,
hard.
so I'm happy with it.
Yes. And Tyler Bate as well is back
Yes.
on the main roster. It's taken him a while to get to the main roster. I mean, it
Yeah.
felt like one of those things that probably could have happened about 5 years ago.
So I saw an amazing stat that he was in NXT slash NXT UK longer than The Rock was on the main roster the first
Well,
time around.
when was he there? 2016 he started,
Yeah.
and he's only just got up. So yeah, 8 years.
A What
Gee,
Culture Pro Wrestling original.
yeah.
As are most
Wow,
of the roster, in fairness, these days.
2016. Jesus, God, I can't believe
Yeah,
that
because
was
he was
20.
like 12 on it. Was he
About 19 when
'95? He was born, wasn't
he
he? I
was
think.
very, very young at the time.
Or was it '97? His finish has got it. Is it '97? It's the
He's
title job in
97, so yeah,
'97, isn't it?
he was 20, he was 19 just before he turned 20. He was in that
Cripes.
WWE
Yeah.
tournament, that British tournament, which was a great tournament to be
hmm
fair.
Yeah. That was the start of not the start of British wrestling. People are gonna jump on that,
No,
but
but
you know what I mean. Start of like
it
actually people actually being interested, if we're being honest, in
and it
British
was also
wrestling.
the death of British Indies that tournament.
Yeah, they did kind of hang out for a bit, didn't they? After that,
Yeah, it's not as big as what it was in that 2015, 2016 period, I don't
no.
think.
When was it in relation to us going to what culture events and that? Was the
Uh,
tournament just before or just after all that?
just after, so it was announced on 15th of December 2016. I reckon we were just in that
Yes,
2016.
2016 was when we saw like Kurt Angle on that at
Yeah.
Newcastle University, which is
God,
insane.
8 years. Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus
bloody
Christ.
hell.
Um, so yeah, and I think, like I said, that was probably the start of the downfall. Not downfall, but
hmm
the better talent going to WWE. And that's no disrespect to the ones that didn't, but
Yeah, I guess they only loaned him out to the favourites at that point, didn't they? Like you weren't going to get them turning up with the championship like what culture, but you did it progress in ICW.
yeah,
Triple H
yeah,
turned up at ICW.
yeah, because they sort of worked together, didn't they?
Yeah,
They sort of worked together. But yeah, I think British Strong Style is a much better name than Newcastle
yeah.
Republic.
And also, I'm going to say it now because it's been bugging me for all of these 8 years.
Go on
But
then.
Tyler Bate, get yourself some knee pads. You look weird.
It's like when Triple H used to take his knee pad down, his legs always look real skinny.
Yeah, I can't deal with it. It just looks odd. It looks like a.
A
I mean,
disaster
he's
waiting
got
to
good legs, but
happen.
it's like an action man type thing, you know. When
Yes,
you, I don't know what I mean by that. It just
I know
looks,
what you
it
mean.
looks odd. Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I can't be doing it. I'm gonna next time I'm on Straight to Hell, probably never will be. But if I get invited back, because I won't be paying. Um, that's what I'll put in this time round. Does my head in.
Makes
Awful.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you. 17 minutes 25 seconds. The biggest thing I took from this was how much heat Dirty Dom had.
Yeah, which apparently is why he's not been on telly with Rhea the past month. Still
Really?
wants to ensure that Rhea got cheered.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she was always gonna. I think Australia is
Yeah.
probably like a British crowd and that they're quite smacky
Yes.
than the average crowd.
It was for the tag team titles. Who do Balor and Priest lose these two to then start the fall of the Judgment Day?
Well, in some ways the money is on R-Truth and the Miz. But I think that's a swerve. And I think it would be DIY who are now involved in that storyline.
I think because Triple H is obviously big on DIY, isn't he?
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
Yeah. Because I feel
I
like it needs to be big. I mean, these titles headline WrestleMania last year. So they've got to be in a big match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they did, buddy, win headline WrestleMania, didn't they?
Yeah.
Jesus. I hadn't even thought about that until now.
Yeah, so it's like you don't want to, because I did think at first that they should give them to these British fellas. I'm not going to call them the New Country Republic, the British fellas. I'm going to call them because I thought that'd be a good way of getting them on a proper tag team again.
Yeah.
But I don't feel I feel like it needs to feel bigger now. So I think DIY are properly built up.
Well, the Judgment Day have had them for 133 days at this point, the 16th of October 2023. I don't think
Yes.
it's, I mean, it's been fine as a reign, but there's nothing that really stands out for me. I think it's more about them as a faction than them as a holding gold at this point.
Yeah, I don't. They're not really a tag team, are they? I don't know if
No,
they're.
it just feels like there's no one else to
Yeah,
put them on there at the moment until, like you say, now there's DIY that are
yeah.
around and
Because they
things.
seem to have like a lot of tag teams at the moment. Um, The
Yeah,
other
but
thing is that I've not really watched it for a while, so I don't know if there is anyone. But if there's anyone hot in NXT
the
that
current tag
could,
team champions are Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin.
yeah. See, I don't think that would work on the main roster. That feels like a storyline tag team rather than
Yes,
an
it
actual
does.
tag team.
Chase U
Yeah,
and there's the Creed brothers.
they're on Raw already, aren't they? Actually,
Are they
they'd be
back
good.
on? Are they on
Yeah,
that? See, I think they'd be really good, but I think they could have good matches with DIY.
yeah.
I didn't realize they'd
Needs
been
to
called
build
up
up.
actually.
Either that or
Apologies.
just do like a big ladder match because we've not had one at WrestleMania for a while now.
No, yeah, not actually, have we?
Just like a four-way. Get the Good
J-
Brothers in there. Give them something to do.
Yeah, because genuinely one of the best WrestleMania tag matches was that triple threat tag match where it was just one person from each team tag team in the pandemic one.
Oh yeah,
That was a really good match.
yeah. No, I remember that one. Yeah,
Which WrestleMania was that? That was WrestleMania
WrestleMania. What was it?
36.
36. Good God, I felt 40 this year.
Yes, it was. And we're on 40 this year. I know we went to 32.
The hell.
30 bloody two. I'm just trying to find the results now. Yes, it was John Morrison against Jimmy Uso and Kofi Kingston. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
enjoyed
Do
that
you know what?
match.
I could have sworn Big E was in that. Maybe I made that up completely.
I think you have,
I think
considering
I
it was
have.
Kofi Kingston.
Yeah. Don't know what match I'm thinking of. He was definitely in some sort of ladder match
Yeah, I think he was at
at
one
some point
point.
during the pandemic.
But yeah, I remember that being a really good match. So I would be happy to see some of that. But obviously, all tag teams, Chase U, the Creed brothers, uh, British Strong Style, and the Judgment Day.
Yeah, that'd be
Problem
good.
is, I
Just
think you've got three face teams in that. So do you bring? But then where do you fit DIY as well?
oh yeah, yeah.
So hang
The
on, get
guys
rid
that
of
we fought
get
with.
rid of Chase U, get rid
Yeah,
of Chase U, the
yeah. Give it a
Creed brothers, um, British Strong Style, and Judgment Day. And if you're wanting another team in there, put Gable and Otis.
oh yeah, yeah. They are teasing him and
I
Gunter again,
think,
aren't they?
yeah, I was going to say, I don't think they'll be around much longer because I think Chad Gable will finally make that breakaway, and I think he will challenge Gunther.
Yeah. But then they also teased Sami Zayn last night, so
Do you know what?
I'm
That'd be a really good triple threat.
yeah, and someone else. I can't remember who it was.
Gable, Zayn, and Gunther.
Yeah.
Was it Owens? Feels like the sort of thing he'd be involved in as well.
No, because he's
Him and
still
Sami
wrapped
Zayn
up with
aren't a million miles away from each other a lot of the time.
no. I can't. Do you know what? I can't remember who it was now. It was a match people thought, oh, that'd be interesting actually, because obviously all Gunther's plans are fallen by the wayside, haven't they?
Yeah, because his potential opponent likes to watch people piss.
Yes.
Moving swiftly on, people that don't like to watch people piss that we're aware of.
Mm.
Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Kevin Owens, LA Knight, Logan Paul, and Randall Orton in the Elimination Chamber for the World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania. I thought Logan Paul was outstanding in this.
Yeah, I thought this match was really really
And
good
this was my
actually.
favorite match.
Yeah, oh yeah.
This was 100% my favorite match. I thought it was really, really good, really entertaining. Like I said, I thought Logan Paul was great. I'm drawing on the
Mhm.
the chamber, sorry, for
Yeah,
like Kevin Owens
yeah.
in that market. But unless Kevin Owens goes against Logan Paul at Mania.
Well, I thought that until the end of this match, and I was like, if you're not doing Randy Orton versus Logan Paul now, then what the hell are you doing that finish?
Yeah, fair point. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But not only that, we also see AJ Styles. He flew 30 hours to attack
yes,
LA Knight. Didn't fall off the end of the earth, obviously, because the earth is not flat, it
yeah.
is round. Is that setting up? I assume that'll be setting up Styles Knight at Mania.
I feel like if you're gonna fly that far just to screw someone over,
You're gonna
you've
be
you've
do
got to have a match room
Yeah,
afterwards.
because
Yeah.
the problem is LA Knight is obviously very popular, but is he? I don't see him against Logan Paul, and he's certainly I don't see him against Gunther at this point.
No, I did
I
see him
feel
against
he's
Logan
gonna be
Paul,
like the
but
next challenger for one of whoever wins those titles.
yeah, I think he's more of a. I think he's got himself in the main event now. Because I thought he might beat Logan Paul at WrestleMania, and I thought that was the way they were going as soon as Logan Paul got the belt. But obviously, I don't think they are now. I don't even know if Randy Orton will beat Logan Paul, but I was shocked if they don't go with Logan Paul versus Randy Orton.
Do you think it'll be for the title?
Yeah, because I can't think unless they do something where Logan Paul refuses to defend it. But I otherwise
Unless
it would just have to be. I think.
unless like they do like a career versus title.
Yeah,
Because obviously Randy Orton, although I don't see that happening because Randy Orton's come out and said, hasn't he, that he said he could go for another
like
10
10 more
years.
years.
Unless that's the angle they use.
Yeah, because it's either you give Logan Paul a big win, or you do what they kind of do with Logan Paul normally, which is like you're good, but you're
But you
not
know
beating
that
our top
good.
guys. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like Seth Rollins last year, I thought maybe they
Unless
could
they
beat
stick
Seth
some
Rollins, but obviously he didn't.
unless they stick somebody else in there as the pin fodder.
Yeah,
But I don't know who you stick in there.
No, unless you do the same. Yeah, I was going to say you could put LA Knight and AJ Styles in, but then it's just the same match as we had at the Rumble, isn't it? But with
Unless you
the
put Bobby Lashley in there.
yeah, that was weird, right? This is the weirdest thing about both Elimination Chamber matches, actually. You know, because it was sponsored by 2K24.
Hmm.
They had the ratings, didn't they?
I did
On
like that,
the
by the way.
See, I liked it, but then don't you think it was weird that like, oh, Lashley's the heavy favorite and he's got a lower rating than Logan Paul? I
Yeah,
found that really
true,
weird.
true. I
Yeah.
did like as well that the chambers were mic'd up this year,
Yes.
and that you could see that they had the cameras of each chamber on that big board that they kept
Yeah,
showing
the
with the
big like
rating next to them.
virtual
Yeah,
board. Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was
I thought that.
represented really
I think the
well.
production's been really good recently since
Yeah, I
all
thought
the
the only thing I
Kevin
didn't
Dunn left.
like were those chair shots.
Yeah, where it went a bit mad.
Yeah, it was like, do you remember when those ones when Kevin Dunn were there where it cut every time and it just kept flicking like that and it made me a bit
Yeah,
motion sick. Yeah,
and
it
the one where
reminded me of that.
there was a cameraman who was like infamously squatting alongside a chair shot once.
Yes.
Can't
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
who it was now.
I would say that's probably the biggest the biggest misstep I can think of production wise since KD has left.
Yeah, I
It
think they were
just
trying to
felt
convey like a chaotic, but yeah, I agree with you. It's a bit,
it wasn't smooth enough for me to
yeah,
it looked messy,
yeah.
I thought. But yeah. Drew McIntyre wins.
Hmm.
Not surprised by that, I have to say.
No, it works on every level,
Because
I think.
I think he'll beat Seth,
Yeah,
and then I think it'll be Punk Drew.
that makes complete sense to me. Yeah, because I think because
I
Seth's
think
getting more and more involved in the
the Cody.
Cody storyline. Um,
It's only
mm,
because I think, sorry, after the Rumble with everything that's gone on, obviously they were going to do Seth Punk, weren't they? And I think the way they've done this whole Drew thing is now setting up for him versus Punk when Punk gets back, and I think that'll still be a really, really good storyline set of matches.
yeah,
And I think that's how they put the title on Punk,
yeah. Did you see his
but not
promo on
but not
Raw
quickly.
last night?
Where he said he was going to drink
That
more
one,
Punk straight
yeah.
edge. I can't remember the
It was
line that he used, but he
yeah, and there
essentially
was
said he was going to drink enough for Punk as well, didn't
yeah.
he?
Then there was the bit where he was like, "They said I was going to miss WrestleMania, but who am I? I'm not CM Punk. Of course, I'm going to be there at WrestleMania."
I think
So
heel Drew is great.
what a hater! Yeah, I think
I
he's
I've I since coming back, I can't remember a bad patch for Drew McIntyre.
no. I think his whole character arc's been really interesting because
Yeah,
it was born out of being him being right. Like he got fucked over by the bloodline, everyone was kind of ignoring it. That's kind of why he turned heel when Jey
I
Uso.
mean, sorry, I just mean when he was face as well. Even sort of
Yeah.
from coming back to NXT,
Oh yeah,
I can't even think of like a point where it's been like it's one of them where it's like, what is he actually doing at the moment? He
yeah,
always seems to be involved in stuff, and I've always thought
yeah,
he's very strong in this return. I know it was like say a while ago, but yeah, I mean this heel turn's been brilliant. I think it's really
yeah,
it shows that he can do both.
yeah. Because now I like the fact that his character is a massive hypocrite. Um,
Yes, or
like he got helped by
also
the bloodline, he got helped by Logan Paul.
7 years he's been back in April
Bloody hell. Yeah, he was a WCW,
2017.
WCW, WCPW. It all comes back to what culture pro wrestling changed the
Hmm.
game forever. But he was a champion, wasn't he? And he turned up
Yeah,
in the crowd.
but yeah, he was at NXT Takeover Orlando in
Yeah,
2017.
bloody hell.
Jesus. Um, but yeah, I'm happy with that. Like I say, I think it'll be a very, I think that'll be a very good match. I wouldn't be surprised if there's maybe a stipulation in that.
Yeah, I think there'll be something. And do you think they're going to do that on night two as well?
No, I think they'll do night one, and I think then they'll night two they'll have Rollins helping Cody.
Hmm.
I think they'll just keep those little bits apart. But I also wouldn't. I'm not saying they're going to make Seth a heel straight away on that night, but I don't think. I think they'll then try and use the arc of Seth. Although we've seen Seth Cody, I think it's another way. It's a little bit different this time with Cody as champion. And I think they'll then use the way of I was trying to help you so I could understand what I needed to do to beat you to get back to the top.
Yeah, I am a bit worried that they're gonna turn Seth's gonna turn on Cody and the story is gonna continue.
Uh, oh no, please don't
Mm,
do that.
yeah, but I think it might be on night two because it. Oh, well, I think we skipped the segment, haven't we? The war effect.
Yes, we have. We completely have. So
But
just let's round it.
yeah.
Right. So Grayson Bloody Waller comes out. Also,
Hmm.
former history teacher.
Is he?
Yeah.
I can see that now. I
Yeah,
think
former history
maybe
teacher.
I'd put him as a PE teacher, like I would any teacher.
Like
Yeah,
most. Yeah.
wrestlers.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So Austin Theory's there as well. It was a very average segment, I thought.
Fucking Austin Theory's promo just absolutely died, didn't it? Like I've, I don't think Australians are that aware of the Outback Steakhouse.
I don't even know what the Outback Steakhouse
So it's
is.
an American chain with a Australian theme, but obviously it's nothing like actual Australia.
Got you.
But I think it'd be like going to Portugal and
And asking
pretending
for
you're gonna have a
Nando's.
Nando's, yeah,
Right. Okay.
because that's South African, really, isn't it? I think it's the same deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I say, it was one of Austin Theory's great in the ring. He needs a mouthpiece.
yeah, or just better material, really. I felt for
Yeah.
him because he was kind of just there. Um,
Yeah, he did feel like a spare part in this, didn't he? If you look
yeah,
at his Wikipedia picture, he's got plucked eyebrows.
yeah, yeah, he does. It's very
Looks
Monaco.
looks like a set of sperm on above his
Yeah,
eyes. Um, yeah, I think he was easily the cannon fodder in all this, wasn't he? Like you say.
yeah,
Um, I did feel a bit sorry for him. He did stand out like a sore thumb.
yeah. Because I know they said the Perth Stadium hosts crickets. Well, there was 50,000 crickets during Austin
Yeah,
Theory's promo.
yes, there was. You are
Hey,
correct. But I do like that it's called A
yeah.
Town Down Under now
Ah,
instead of A Town Down.
yeah.
A Town Down. Also, underrated bop that song.
Yeah, it was good actually. So,
Um, but yeah, I could put them two together as a tag team, as
yeah,
a heel tag team, Waller and Theory.
yeah, they are already. That's why he was there.
Yeah. Do you think they're good enough to be a champs?
Mm, no, because I think they're more kind of like annoying, just annoying, really.
I feel as though they've got a ceiling level that they're not far away from hitting.
Yeah, I think they really really want um Austin Theory to be the next big thing.
They really want him to land, don't they?
Yeah, and
And
it didn't happen.
he just isn't.
I don't think Grayson Waller is that good in the ring from what I know of.
No.
So I think he'd be
Whereas
fine.
Austin Theory's
He could be
better
like a
in,
Miz type character. I think he can always be there and always have a role, but
yeah.
it's not going to be.
I think Theory's better in the ring than Waller, but Waller's better on the mic than Theory.
Yeah. So I think right now they need each other, but I can't see him lasting long, and I can only see Austin Theory coming out on top of whatever feud they do have.
One thing I will say is I did enjoy Grayson Waller having a shoey.
Yeah. I thought they played it well how he was like the Australian hero. So they kind of
Yeah,
had him as the face, even though he was playing the heel
the heel. Yeah, I
at
did
the
think it was
time.
really clever.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, sorry, you were saying about this segment with Cody and Seth.
Yeah, so the annoying thing was, and I think they did it on purpose, but the Cody Rhodes was like, "Oh, we never mentioned that the reason I pulled out and then pulled back in basically of the WrestleMania main event." And then he was about to, and then I think that's when Austin Theory attacked him or
Yes, I
stood
think
up for him. So that was a bit annoying. But he also challenged him to a one-on-one match, and Seth Rollins was like, "I'll be in your corner with The Rock." But I still think that'll be the tag match on night one.
so.
Them
You
two
think,
against Roman and The Rock.
and then night two they'll have them individually.
Yeah.
Do you reckon one opens the show, one closes the show?
Yeah, I reckon
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
Drew and Seth
Drew Seth
Rollins
open,
opens, Seth loses.
Cody Roman closes,
Yeah,
Cody wins.
Cody loses because Seth screws him because he's that annoyed that he sacrificed his title,
Oh God, I
and
think
then
I
they
might
continue.
actually explode if that
And
happens.
then you do Roman versus Rock next year.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I
I
think
think
whatever happens, I think you're getting Roman versus Rock next year.
yes, yeah, yeah, I do too. I don't think Roman will have the title though,
Yeah,
because I think something will happen this year where The Rock, he blames The Rock for him losing. Whether that's him coming back and sort of distracting the bloodline or something happens in that
yeah.
mania.
Do you know what? I can't remember if we discussed it on the show or if we discussed it at football. But it was the promo from The Rock where it's like you're a loser and he's pointing to Roman and they keep every time they show that they show the camera angle. And he's like, our story's just beginning. Cody's is about to end. Cody's end is him winning the title. So
Him winning
I
the
think
title. I think Cody
I'm
wins
kind
the
of messing
title.
about with Seth screwing over Cody. I think what happens is The Rock screws over Roman, or at least stops the
Yeah,
bloodline interfering.
I think something happens where The Rock not finishes this, like helps Cody, but inadvertently stops the bloodline somehow.
Yeah, because I think The Rock's he's a heel now out of necessity, but I don't think he came back to be a heel. Like I
No,
think
I
he
think
came back to be the big hero.
he came back to be a hero, but because of him playing his political Hulk Hogan card,
Hmm.
has now had to turn heel. But I still think next year you see Rock Roman,
Yeah,
but no title involved. And I think it'll be for like a head of the table match.
yeah, he doesn't
Or
need a
sorry,
title.
four title of
Yeah,
head of the table or
but
something like that.
I do hope it's a WrestleMania or a big US
Or
show.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's in a location like that's unless they do it on the Isle of Samoa. I don't know if they've got any stadiums. I doubt they do.
Yeah, I don't think they
I'm
do.
gonna
Yeah,
Google Samoan stadiums because that would be the way to do it.
I yeah, I still think it'll be next year at Mania.
They've got a rugby team, right? That's
Yeah, they've got a rugby team somehow.
yeah. So they've got to have a stadium, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Where is next year's Mania? We don't know yet, do we?
We don't know yet, and that's it's usually announced by now,
I wonder if they'll announce it at Mania like they used to, old school.
at the old school days.
Yeah.
Right, where did the National Rugby Union team play? Because that'll
But yeah, I'm happy that Drew won that match. I thought he was very good. And like I say, I would like to see him win at Mania. And then him versus Punk at SummerSlam, which Punk wins.
hmm.
I think that would be my roadmap for
Yeah.
the next while.
Can you imagine it in front of 12,000 fans at Apia Park in Samoa?
I'm gonna say it's not gonna hit as well in front of 12,000 fans as it is at WrestleMania in front of 50, 60.
Yeah, the National Stadium. Um, yeah, that's where we want to see it. Right there. Isle of Samoa. Just get him on the
Bucket
beach.
bucket trips.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. It'd be Florida, I would imagine.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I'm assuming
Uh,
it'll be Miami.
And then, last but certainly no means least, the main event of the evening, the home country hero, Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax, who was also born in Australia but was completely went under the radar.
Hmm.
Full clarity, I've not seen this match, but I know exactly what happens. I felt as the outcome was predictable, but there's not a great deal you can do.
Yeah, predictable as it should be, really. It was more just a crowning of Rhea Ripley, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
Really.
think so. The one thing I will say is, since you won the title, there's not done a great deal of. There's not been a great storyline, I don't think. Maybe this is the
I
best one.
completely agree. She keeps
D-
getting all these women's wrestler of the year. She's not had any matches.
There's not. She's done nothing for me.
The only match that sticks out to me, and I've seen every PLE last year, well, in the past 12
Yeah,
months.
yeah, I know what you mean.
The only one that sticks out is the like 4 minute squash with Zelina Vega in Puerto Rico in the
Mm,
backlash, which was
yeah,
the first
which was
defense, I assume. Oh,
I
actually,
just
she killed Natty in about 2 minutes on
yeah,
one of the Saudi shows.
everyone does that.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I think what she's done great this year is the whole Judgment Day thing, but actual storyline and matches for that title, I don't think there's been anything
yeah,
for me. There's nothing that I can think of that's gone. Yeah, I remember that was really good.
yeah. No, I think she's done some great character work, but she's not had
Yeah,
that big. And I think that's why she's going up against Becky Lynch now. She can have
yes,
that big, good match.
big match that she'll probably lose.
Do you think she'll lose that one?
I don't know actually. I really don't know because I don't understand where they then go with her.
Jade Cargill, but
But I think, but
I
then
don't
does
know
she
because
stay in the Judgment Day?
yeah, it depends what they do with their Judgment Day, really.
This is the big thing. It's what they do
Yeah,
with Judgment Day. I think that makes a massive difference as to what happens at Mania. But I don't see where the Judgment Day go either.
no,
Because the other thing is they've still got Priest with the Money in the Bank.
yeah, he's not got long left. He's only got. They've not announced the Money in the Bank menu yet, have they? Or have they announced? Oh yeah, they have. It's in Canada, isn't it?
When's that? Is that July
It's
time?
May time, I think, isn't it?
No,
Normally.
so they haven't got long left at all then. Again, it feels like one of the things that they've not thought about when putting it on him. Bill Icosis that year, and then they've gone, right, what are we going to do with this?
Yeah.
But
Oh no, July. You're right. Yeah, July. We've got
that's it.
Backlash in May, and that's it. Money in the Bank. And Bash in
No,
Berlin in August at the moment, as it stands.
nothing June, Bash in Berlin. They'll probably have SummerSlam in August as well, won't they?
Yeah, SummerSlam will have in the last week of July or first week of August, I would assume.
When's Bash in Berlin?
31st of August.
Yeah, it'll be in between those two
Yeah.
then, I think, won't it? But yeah, I don't know where they go with this. I genuinely don't know who's going to win it because I don't feel as though Becky Lynch needs to win it either. Although she's not
No,
had a title for about 2 years, I think I read the other day,
yeah, she's not had one for ages, I think.
which surprised me.
Yeah, I think if you have Becky Lynch win it, it solidifies her as like almost a female, not Shawn Michaels, but like
I know what you mean. Yeah,
she'd
yeah,
be Austin, really. I guess she'd be the big star of that era
yes.
because she'll have won multiple WrestleMania main events. Although I don't think this one will main event
No,
the main
I
event.
don't think this will main event. I could see this being sub main.
Yeah, yeah. It's
But
weird
yeah,
because I would have thought they would have had a really tried to have a women's match on the first night as the main event this year, but I don't. If you got The Rock in there, you're not
the
putting on
problem
anything
is
of
I
that
think
list.
they've kind of booked themselves into a corner
Yeah.
for me where they've got too many bigger matches than the women's match, and that's not saying the women's matches aren't big.
Yeah, I think they would have done it if the Bloodline angle hadn't span out into two matches, which it seems like it's
Yes,
going to.
yeah, 'cause you're gonna get Jimmy versus Jay as well, I think.
Yeah, and I think this Rhea versus Becky feels like a bigger match than Bayley versus Io Sky, which is unfair because that's got a much better story behind it. But these two are just bigger stars, I think.
I think they'll split them apart anyway.
Yeah.
I've won one night, but I would much rather watch the Bailey Sky match than the Rhea Ripley Becky Lynch
Yeah,
match.
I think I would, but there's something about I don't know if it's just because Becky's a bigger name and Rhea's got all this
Yeah,
attention, but it feels like a bigger match. But
yeah,
like, I'm with you that I'm more invested in the storyline of
because that's been going on
Damage
what
Control.
since SummerSlam 22.
Two,
It
Triple H's first.
was gonna say
That's
that's
it's really the first Triple H storyline
yeah, that's
because the
come to
bloodline is kind of inherited.
yeah, that's that he's sort of been the start of to the completion.
Yeah,
Yeah, God, 2 years, well, 18 months, Jesus.
yeah, it's been a long time.
That's been a long time, but it's been very good. I've enjoyed Damage Control. To be fair, I think they've been really good. But when Gary Sane came back and Asuka, I think the writing was kind of on. You kind of knew which way the story was going, but I was still excited to see it.
Yeah, because it's like we still don't know which way Dakota Kai is going to go in it, really.
No, I guess that's the thing. But I wonder if that might
Yeah,
come about at Mania.
yeah, because it did feel like they were teasing a four horsewoman
Mm.
versus, but obviously
Yeah, she
they
got injured
won't
again,
as
didn't
well.
she?
Well, and Sasha Banks isn't there.
Yeah, that's true. She's off to
Yeah,
where the poor people don't watch.
yes, it's true.
Um, but I'm interested to see then what they do with the Kabuki Warriors and Io Sky as well.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they do the Kabuki Warriors versus Bianca and Jade, or if they just go for a Bianca and Jade singles match.
I still think it'll be Bianca Jade
Yeah,
singles.
you give Jade a really
Yeah,
huge win on there.
and somebody that she looks comfortable in the ring with
Yes,
because they look good in together in the Arena Rumble.
yeah, because I want to see something like that. I don't want to see Jade Cargill versus
No,
Natalia
Natalia, no,
straight off the bat,
no, no.
like or something like that. It's just
That's
would do
just
absolutely nothing for me.
it's just a drizzle and shit.
Yeah,
It's like the opposite effect.
yeah, just
Anyone beats Natalia.
would. It would be like when Nakamura came up and his first match was against Dolph.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of removed all his allure immediately.
yeah. Whereas I think it'd be great if they kind of did what Jade Cargill did on AEW, where she sort of went unbeat, goes as a massive unbeaten streak.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really good.
Here's a question for you. Would you introduce a women's intercontinental championship for the sole purpose of giving it to Jade Cargill for a year?
I think there's certainly an option to do that. I think you've got a lot of strong candidates in that division now.
Yeah.
Because I think another one that's going massively under the radar is Chelsea Green.
Yeah, she's doing some good stuff from what I can see.
I think she's really, really good. Both in the ring, I think her character's hilarious as well.
Yeah, no, I think she's good.
Um,
Obviously all the members of Damage Control are because obviously Dakota Kai's been out injured for God knows how long.
yes, she's obviously had quite a big injury, hasn't she? I mean, you
Yeah.
could even sort of after this weekend put Tiffany Stratton
Yeah, she'd be
in
good
that
in
box.
like second division,
Liv
really.
Morgan.
Yeah, that would give her some because apparently they've teased the whole Daniel Bryan type thing with her and Becky Lynch.
Yes, she
I
confronted Becky Lynch last night on Raw.
Yeah, I don't want to see it, don't care. I think they should swerve us and make Liv turn heel
I would like to see a heel live where she sort of played that
Yeah.
psychotic
Yeah, sort of like a psychotic entitled brat is kind of what I'm
because
thinking.
her music sort of goes with the start of that with like the sort of almost horror school
Yeah, it's why
music
I
and
always
then
think
a
she's Alexa
laugh.
Bliss coming out at
Yes.
first.
I'm just trying to think who else could possibly go in there. I mean, to be fair, Naomi would could go in there as well, I think. I know Ross isn't here to disagree with that, but
Yeah. No, I think she'd be a good fit. If you had
I think
a mid-card division for the women, I think Naomi would be a really good fit in there. She'd be a good champion as well, I think, at that level.
Dakota Kai, like we said as well. But yeah, and when she comes back, Alexa Bliss, I think it'd be a good way to get her back in
Hmm.
if she comes back.
Yeah, don't think she seems interested to come back at all. This is where she
No,
turns up for after Mania. Or
yeah,
something, but
I don't. When did she give birth? I don't even know.
yeah.
November. So when's her after Mania? Possibly,
Yeah.
maybe a SummerSlam after night after SummerSlam.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just I don't just from looking at her social media activity, which I guess she can't. She just doesn't seem that interested
I guess it's
in
hard,
a
isn't
return.
it?
Yeah,
I would be
it's fine.
surprised if she maybe comes back as like a manager or something again
Yeah.
to start with.
Hmm.
Because then
Yeah.
you've got Carmella as well.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, Zelina Vega's another one actually,
Yeah, that's a
who's
good shout,
actually
Zelina
quite good
Vega.
in the ring. We don't really see it in WWE, but
No,
she was really good in TNA back in the
she
day.
doesn't do a lot in the ring, does she? Unfortunately,
No.
don't do a lot. Um, what are we rating this pay-per-view then?
Yeah. I'd go a good 7.5, I think,
Yeah, I'd give
out
it
of 10.
from what I've seen so far. Like I
Yeah.
say, I think both chamber matches were great. Um, and like I say, I think my favorite person of the night was probably Logan Paul.
Yeah, because considering people were quite down on the pay-per-view going into it, there was all this nonsense about, oh, if I was Australian, I'd want my money back. One, I thought it was a good card anyway. Like you at the Elimination Chamber,
The
it's
problem is, there's no. I think what people are thinking, there's no Gunther.
yeah, he had
I think
visa issues.
that was a big thing because
Yeah,
obviously he doesn't. I assume he's landlocked.
yeah, he's got visa issues. He can't leave the States at the moment.
Um, obviously, I think a few people that would have been there maybe have recently been cancelled.
Yeah, you were going to get Brock versus Dom,
Yeah,
apparently. I I'm assuming that would have been a squash match just to get Brock back on TV.
I would have thought so. Yeah, and sort of show Gunther what he can do.
Yeah. And then we were gonna get, which I guess is the big story really, at one point we were gonna get Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins um for the world title.
Mm.
But Seth Rollins got injured, so they were like, we're not sure. And then
And then
luckily,
Bronson Reed is now a father. So congratulations,
yes, yeah,
Bronson Reed.
his wife gave birth not prematurely but early, by about
Yeah,
2 or 3 weeks. So luckily
it's
he
all
was
sort of
there for that, so it kind of
worked
worked out.
out, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one, Ron Breaker as well. I heard rumored could potentially have been there, but
Yeah,
I still think it'll be night after Mania.
yeah. He
That
signed for
he'll-
SmackDown now, hasn't he? He's a SmackDown wrestler now.
Oh right, okay. So I
But then
think
he
after
also won the NXT Tag Team Championships the same week. So
yeah, I think it'll be straight after Mania. Then that SmackDown after Mania, we'll see him full time.
yeah, yeah. I think
So I
I can't
wonder if
remember who.
I'm
I think he was
assuming
on
they'll be
last
doing
week's.
something at the matinee show.
Yes,
I
yeah,
guess it'll be kind of like that time when Champ was NXT champ
yeah,
and sort of flitting between the main
yeah.
roster.
You could do
And
both quite easily this year because it's literally across the road, the arena.
mm, yeah,
Yeah, which I guess
yeah,
the
go on
fans it
SmackDown
needs
on
to be
the
because the
Friday
fans are
night.
going to be there now, haven't they? And
SmackDown on the
it's
Friday night, the NXT on the Saturday morning,
yes, Saturday afternoon
and
for NXT.
then you see lose your tag titles, but then you seen on the main roster on Friday
Yeah.
night.
Oh, the morning of it says. Um, so
I
I
thought it
don't
was
know what time that starts.
I thought it was about was it about 10, 11 a.m. last year?
Yeah, 11:30 a.m.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember it
starts.
being early because that was the whole thing, wasn't it? That it was really early.
Yeah, because last year I was in LA, wasn't it? That's why it was
Mm,
early because it would have been about nine, half nine.
yes,
Actually, 11:30 would be 8:30 on the West Coast, which is far too early for a wrestling show. Um, but yeah, I think they're building up. So we've got the card for WrestleMania so
I was gonna
far.
say, do you want to go through that? I've just brought it up myself.
Yeah,
So we've got Roman versus Cody, Io Sky versus Bailey, Rhea versus Becky, and Seth versus Drew.
yeah, that's a solid card
That is a solid four
so far,
matches to start with.
I think. Yeah,
The, my the only thing I will say is people are sort of shitting on this pay-per-view. The problem is you're in that time between the Royal Rumble and Mania, you know, not a great deal's going to change
No,
in
it's
terms
like
of
the good old
champions.
days. Yeah, I try. That's why I think that maybe the only criticism I have is it's not a criticism of the pay-per-view. It's a criticism of the build of like I wish they hadn't made it as obvious that Becky Lynch was going to win the opening match. I wish there was a
Yes,
few people who had beef with Rhea Ripley
that
going into that.
that you could maybe keep guessing as to who was actually going to win.
Yeah, because I know a few people like there's this whole thing of trying to. I feel like I sound like Ross now, but they're trying to
This
establish
one,
the Morgan yes movement, but it ain't happening. But
I think that's why she'll turn heel.
yeah, because I think she's just going to come across as like entitled and that, and I think that's a better way of doing it. But if they'd have teased that a bit more, yes, I don't know. I guess they don't want people turning on Becky, but it just felt a bit predictable,
Yeah,
in my
agreed.
opinion, that one.
And again, I think the men's one, I think to me, the only credible one to win that was Drew,
Yeah,
purely with the CM Punk stuff that's been going on. But again, I think it
yeah.
was the right decision.
It made sense because I mean, like Randy Orton in there, he's a favorite for any match he's in, isn't he? And
Yeah,
I think
again,
they did well with that one of setting up that match straight off the bat. That's coming out of that, you've got Randy Orton versus Logan Paul.
yeah, yeah. But no, I thought it was a solid show, and I probably would watch some of those matches again as well, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I thought it was good. I thought I watched it Sunday afternoon, flew by the time
Yeah,
I finally
it
got
was
to. I knew all the results when I watched it, but it didn't
it
really,
was an easy watch, is what I'm
yeah,
gonna say.
yeah, it didn't really
An
spoil
easy,
my enjoyment.
no, an easy watch. And that was Elimination Chamber 2024, the final stop before WrestleMania, which takes place on the 6th and 7th of April. Um, yeah, that's it. I suspect they might go back to Australia.
I would think so. I mean, Michael Cole seemed to have a great time. Well, he
Well,
lost his voice.
it did take a month to get the Elimination Chamber there as well, because
Yeah,
of Pirates,
Pirates. Yeah,
which almost feels like a Dave Meltzer headline, but isn't. It's a
it did.
genuine
Yeah,
headline.
yeah. I mean, the actual Pirates were um the Houthi rebels. It was kind of to do with the Middle East conflict.
Yeah, I was gonna.
It
Yeah,
was very simplified by Michael Cole, I thought. But it's wrestling. That's what it's there for.
I guess.
Simple
Yeah,
entertainment.
it's to take your mind away from that sort of stuff, isn't
Yeah.
it?
But no, I thought it was good. It was, I mean, if people are going to pay him to go, then they're going to go out there. Apparently, they have paid 5 million for that, which
Yeah,
is
it must
cheaper
have.
than a Super Bowl advert. So well worth it, I would say. But, um,
And we got to see that amazing sunset.
yeah, and if fucking Sky Sports hadn't moved Hull City's game, it would have been a lovely
Well,
pay-per-view to watch live. We could have watched it at 10 a.m. Would have
and
been
you
a
know what?
blast.
Now you know how we feel, America. Fuck you.
I know that was annoying. That you can't believe you're staying up till 2 a.m. to watch pay-per-view. It's like, yeah, we do that every month, right?
It's every month.
Yeah, well, we don't. I do it once a year, but you know
Yeah.
what I mean. That's
Well,
the point.
yeah. Maybe twice a year,
Yeah, maybe the big. I say the big four, but it's just the big two.
and SummerSlam sometimes.
So yeah, depending on the card.
I think that first Triple H one, I think I watched half live and watched half the next day because I was very tired by the end of it.
Yes, yeah. But when you do Rock versus Roman in Samoa at the Appiah Stadium, we'll
Do
be
we know
able
what
to
the,
watch it live, won't we?
I was going to say, do
Well,
we know what the time difference is?
let's have a look at the. This is the real con. You come here, come for the wrestling, stay for the geography.
Stay for the Samoa.
Look at the world clock. Right, we've got Samoa or Samoa, Appiah Samoa. It's right. It's
Anything
10:52
else?
now.
I was just saying, there's nothing else for NXT stand and deliver.
Yeah, so it's 10 to 11 in the morning now, so they're 13 hours ahead of us.
Okay.
So it'd be like it'd be a morning show and it'd be even earlier, I think.
Yeah. Be about 7
Yeah,
in the morning.
yeah, we can deal with that. That was good. Yeah, because the last Australia pay-per-view was good. So like that when that came out at 9 a.m.
That was the
Uh,
Super Show.
Super Showdown, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
that was it.
Beast in the East was great as well.
That was the
Yeah,
Japan one, wasn't it?
Japan, yeah.
Yeah, that was really good
More
actually.
shows in Asia and Europe, please.
Yes, yes, please, because the
Yeah,
Berlin one will be a really good time as well.
France as well.
And France.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're both an hour ahead, aren't they?
yeah. Bon Bon.
Excellent. And just on a personal wrestling note, currently watching the build up to WrestleMania X7.
Huh.
I've watched the first Raw and SmackDown of 2001.
How is it so far?
Messy.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently that build wasn't that good. Apparently, but
I'll report back. So what's happened so
yeah.
far? Austin's just won a number one contender match against Kane and Undertaker on SmackDown to now face Kurt Angle on the following Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
and we're 3 weeks away from the Royal Rumble 2001, which
Yes.
obviously we know Austin wins. But I'm interested to see where The Rock gets his title shot at No Way Out from.
Oh yeah, I've never thought of that. I know he gets it there
Yeah,
because
because
Kurt Angle just got told you're good, but you're not WrestleMania good, apparently. To the Bellerin. That was
is that what the
yeah,
story
that's in his
behind it?
autobiography. Yeah, they're just
Right, okay.
like you're good, but you're not at the main event WrestleMania level yet.
So, like I say, that's more what I'm intrigued to see is how does The Rock actually end up with a no way out.
Yeah,
And then I'm going to finish on the Raw after Mania as well, just to obviously watch what
yeah,
the crowd's like after that Austin heel turn.
yeah. I was still watching WCW at that point.
More
So
for you.
yeah,
What else? And Test and Albert hate each other. Well, Albert hates Test.
yeah, yeah. I think maybe
Um,
with this is I know he's still on Channel 4 at this point when it
Dean
just got a new
Malenko's
version.
still trying to get with Lita.
Yeah, Ladies Man.
Yeah, which is an awful storyline.
Is he wearing his tux?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not yet. Um, yeah, that's about it so far. That's about
what else
William
happens?
Regal got beat up by Stone Cold. What's the first SmackDown
Yeah. See,
of
Jericho's not pissing his tea
2001?
yet.
No, no, not
Yeah.
not yet. Watch the first SmackDown 2001. Watch Austin beat up Regal. It's in the first 20 minutes. Listen to the pipe shot over Regal's head. It's sickening.
Oof. Yeah.
There's one. There's one for you to
Yeah.
watch before
Weirdly,
next
actually,
week.
that just gave me a headache just thinking about that.
Just I'll find the timestamp for you and I'll
Yeah.
send it to you offline and just watch it. Just listen to the noise. 'Cause I still can't work out how they've done
Yeah.
that safely.
They probably haven't. It's
Well, yeah,
2001.
yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you the timestamp anyway, and you can have a listen. Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
But we will leave it there. We are just under the hour mark, I think.
Yeah. Just
Been a
about.
short show for
Hmm.
a short pay-per-view, but a good pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Um, thank you. I don't know. I think don't think there was anything major in wrestling news this week apart from AEW is only watched by rich people.
Yeah. Oh, breaking news tonight. Apparently, Tama Tonga signed for WWE.
Yes, did see that. I'm
Yeah.
still going to take that with a pinch of salt until we see it.
Yeah. It's a Meltzer report, and we know how
Yeah.
you feel about that.
Well, I don't know. I can't see anything now, can I? He's blocked me.
Yeah. But
Prick.
yeah, Dave Meltzer exclusive. So bold of him, given the recent few
That-
stories he had. But maybe this can get him back.
We'll find out. We'll find
Yeah.
out. But thank you very much for joining me.
Yes, thank you. Oh, and also
Oh,
maybe I'm not promising anything, but maybe who knows? Maybe keep an eye on the wrestling around Twitch channel.
also, did you get an email about the last thing that we did on the show?
The last thing we did. What?
Yeah, where there was the vote where Ross said it's going to the viewers.
Um.
Did we get any emails?
Yeah, I won.
Did you?
No, just I forgot to put the vote. I don't think anyone's I don't think anyone has what they call it emailed in, but we'll have a look.
Have a look. I'm intrigued because we
Okay.
never got a definitive answer, did we?
No, so we'll say I won until
Until proven innocent.
yeah. God, just I want to sign in.
Right to
Uh,
Centre are very prominent in 2001 as well because
they really were. I kind of weirdly
Ivory's
liked
just
them.
in Ivory and Val Venus have injured China.
Val Venus, he's a topic of conversation at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, less said about that, the better. But in 2001 terms, he's awful as well.
Yeah, but it's just now he's just a fucking nutter.
Yeah, yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Good Lord, this takes a while, doesn't it?
Then we've still got the Good Father as well. Although Stephen Richards is underrated for me.
Yeah. Oh my God, Microsoft, would you stop giving me adverts? I just want to log in and view the no adverts and no emails. Um,
Come on, we're riding on this Microsoft.
yeah, no, we got nothing. The only thing in there is the um, no, we got nothing.
Nothing from the
Yeah,
junk.
no.
Fuck's sake, why did my scheduled email not send?
Did you say? Oh, hang on, there's one in the junk. No, it's a PR firm
I don't know.
asking us. My PR firm
Go
has a
on.
few opportunities for you to be featured in Bloomberg and USA Today. Are you interested in learning more? Well,
Well, well, well.
I think we've made it, haven't we?
That was, I know that.
So look out for us in on Bloomberg. It's a website now, right?
Yeah, is it still the Sky? Is it still a news channel as well?
Possibly. I've got to see my BT TV has got I don't get any of the American ones.
Okay.
I'm genuinely thinking of flipping back across the sky just so I can follow CNN again for the
Con-
election. That was
Controversy.
that was great last time. What a series that was. Better than the Crown.
Never seen it.
Election. You know what happens at the Crown. I
Uh,
watched six.
Princess.
Yeah, she dies at the end.
Yeah, she gets murdered.
The Queen.
Yeah. Ah, they're all in on it. They knew
Queen.
what they.
Yeah. Surprisingly, they didn't lean into that. But we'll go on that on crowding around at
Around. Let's do it.
some point. But yeah, if you keep an eye on the twitch.tv/rest around, I
Are they
won't
coming
be.
back?
Yeah, I'm going on holiday the day 2K24 comes out, so I won't be doing a launch stream. But I am thinking of testing it this weekend just to make sure I can remember the password more than anything.
You going
So
anywhere fancy?
I'm going to Budapest.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So
I'm very excited to hear
yeah,
about that.
stag do. Um, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But
Yep.
the outfit shipped, that I told you about.
Right. Okay.
It's so
Outstanding.
hopefully it will be here in time, but it's coming.
So,
It's coming via every. So who knows?
oh God, that'll be lost in Leeds in Kent somewhere then.
Yep.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much for listening,
Yep.
and we'll
Thank
see
you.
you again. Oh yeah. Thank you for having coming, Lou.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for being here.
Thanks for having
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Smooth. Smooth. Next week we'll be back with something. Just keep listening.